Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview.
For Roosevelt. It did go off Pierce, so it's a throw in for Roosevelt. And an interception here by the Governors as they have really cut off Roosevelt's attack most of the time so far. Quayle in the center circle. Played it for Moss on the right side. However, it went off of her and into touch. And as Ryan Berry comes in for the 8th grader Josephine Wirtz, who comes out, the Governors again with a throw in about 10 feet right of the center line. They're attacking at the end to our right in this first half. It is for under stock. Marked tightly, still able to center it. Jost trying to control. Jasmine is on the left side for understock again, but Jost pushed a player down. Jasmine's called for the foul, and Roosevelt will have it back. We are not far from the end of the 29th minute. Just over 11 minutes left in the first half at the PILC Soccer Complex. David Burrow with you. Thank you for joining us. Here is leading Roosevelt 3-0. Taylor in the 9th minute. Graceland Taylor again in the 21st minute. And Reed Curry a minute after that for the Governors 3. Sent ahead by Roosevelt. Sent ahead too far. And the Rough Riders have just had a hard time trying to attack today. Pierre throws in their defensive end. Now a pass that did not connect for the Governors, and Roosevelt's able to throw it in. Sent near the line. Sargent's able to send it right back out at the top of the box. Roosevelt with Lily Tadlock. A pass near the right corner, but Roosevelt couldn't control it. And Pierre from Emlyn Swanson will have the goal kick. Nearing the end of the 30th minute, just over 10 minutes remaining, first half. 3-0 Pierre, off to a great start in their home opener. We'll have the boys' action after this for you here on River 92.7. Again, next Tuesday night from Watertown. Governor Volleyball begins the new season against the Watertown Arrows. We'll have that for you here in River 92.7. Brian will be there next Tuesday evening. Coverage will begin at 6:30 and see it at the River 92.7 page. Caitlin Taylor for Pierre, sending it a little too far for Jost. Moss send it toward the left corner. It did not go into touch. Well, that was well done as it turned out by Moss. Butcher there to send it ahead, then off a Governor and back into touch. And Roosevelt deep in their own end, but they'll be able to throw it in as they're able to thwart an offensive opportunity for Pierre. Long throw off a rider, and then Caitlin Taylor is sent tumbling, and it'll be a free kick for Pierre. And Ireland Templeton will come over to take it. About 15 feet in the offensive end for Pierre at the end to our right. 15 feet right of the center line. Templeton swinging it toward the middle near the top of the box. A Roosevelt header trying to handle is Jost. Sliding forward is Hunter. And it's Sadie who's able to touch it down for a moment, but just to catch her breath, she's all right. And she's able to stop it before a real shot could be taken. Hunter's had to make a lot of stops so far, and then she kicks the goal kick right into touch on her right wing. The left wing as Pierre looks at it. Peyton Pearson, a sophomore, comes in for Roosevelt as Tate Schaefer will come to the Rough Rider bench. Came right back to Hunter, and she's able to send it on the left flank, but right there is Caitlin Taylor to bring it in for Pierre. Near the center line, Barry trying to control, worked away past Smalley. Ryan at the outside of the center circle. on the left wing. No one able to make a run, though, for the Governors, and Madison Butcher controlled it for a moment for Roosevelt. Pierre is trying to center, came into the box. Stefan cleared it out. Good play by Jenna. Ahead for Madison Smalley. Roosevelt wants a rush. Long run down the left wing by Brooklyn Cole. Can she catch up? Yes, she did. And she sent it off Natalie Flockmeyer for a throw in on the offensive end for Roosevelt. A rare so far today, but a good rush it was by Cole. And it's going to lead to a Roosevelt throw on the offensive end. Grace Aingbrecht will come back in at the next opportunity she can for Pierre. Can't do it now because Roosevelt is in possession, or at least was, as it went to Cole, and then she couldn't handle it, and it tapped out of bounds. Now Aingbrecht will re-enter and replace Jersey Understock. Aingbrecht was one of the goal scorers against Douglas Rapid City Christian New Underwood on Friday. 3-0 Pierre in this one. We're in the 34th minute. About 6.5 minutes remain here in this first half. The throw in some traffic to Jasmine Jost.
Watch the run, Jenna.
Left it for Catherine Hostler. Trying for Barry, but in her way was Lily Tadlock, who put it in. Sent it ahead for Peyton Pearson. Near the top of the box. Deflected away from her, and Barry sends it to Flockmeyer. Right wing Shaylee Speck, and that one is knocked away right in front of us off of Roosevelt. And Pierre will throw it in just to our left. Brianna Sargent will do so. Into the 35th minute of a game Pierre has had solid control of so far. Sargent set it ahead. Over a Roosevelt heading try. Butcher trying to play it ahead. Off a Governor, now down the right flank, about midway in their defensive end for Roosevelt. Intercepted by Pierre, and a Governor is knocked down for a foul. That was Catherine Hustler, the sophomore, who was upended as she tried to play it ahead. And Pierre, in a pretty good position here, will have a free kick. Had a chance to score off one of these earlier. It's a team that takes control on the rush. Pierre would like to see a set piece work, though. It's at the corner of the box on the left side. Minute 36 it goes to now. Just under 5 minutes left in the half. And Barry's try at the free kick goes way over the goal.
5 minutes, let's go. Come on, Pace, come on, BK.
Hunter with a goal kick for Roosevelt. Taken in by Cole, but lost control. Lexi Hilmer picks it up for Pierre. In green and white. Roosevelt in white and maroon. Into touch off of Aura Wright of Roosevelt. And right in front of the Roosevelt bench, just to our right, Brianna Sargent will have the throw in for the Governors. For Jasmine Jost. Sargent centered it near the left side of the box. Knocked down, came at the top of the box for Flockmeyer. Couldn't control, however. And Roosevelt sends it ahead. Madison Smalley, but knocked away from her, and Hilmer outside the box on the right side, marked here by Stefan. Trying to stay with it is Hilmer, but Stefan wins out for the moment again. Cuts off Hilmer. Good play and sent ahead for Pearson. Peyton Pearson, all good move to make it past Templeton. Across the center stripe. Pass just a little too far ahead. Swanson came off her line to boot it away. That was a good play by Emlyn because Pearson wasn't too far from it. We're in the 37th minute. 3.5 minutes left in this first half. The PILC Soccer Complex, 3-0. Pierre is in front over Roosevelt.
Sir, what is it?
What did they? They called a foul.
Really?
They called a foul
You call
on
the one we got kicked in the leg here, you're going to call
Lily
that?
Tadlock. And you can hear just to our right, assistant coach Peyton Price saying, well, you heard what he said. But the foul was called, and that's why Pierre was able to start with a goal kick. But Cole has it back for Roosevelt into the box, but Emlyn Swanson in the Pierre net is able to pick it back up. Minute 38, about 2.5 minutes left in the half. Swanson's boot came right to a Rough Rider. Headed ahead for Pearson for Roosevelt, who needs something desperately down 3. Smalley had it knocked away. Ryan Berry Pierre did so. Sent it on the left side. Taylor sent up ahead, but Roosevelt's back to cover it in their own defensive end, and they play it back to the keeper, Hutter. Boots ahead to the center circle. Chested down by Jost. Sent ahead for Taylor. About 2 minutes left in the half now. On the left side, Catherine Hosler. Back pass for Caitlin Taylor, trying to send it ahead. Hosler with it again. Knocked down by a Rough Rider. Sent ahead. But here's the understock to make a play. But now Pierce called for a handball, and Roosevelt's called for a handball, and that'll give Pierre a chance for a free kick. We're in the last 90 seconds right now of this first half. So Pierre will try again off a set piece. Ireland Templeton will start it. This is about 45 yards from net. Templeton backs up. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. 5. Comes ahead with the boot. Right to Hunter near the left post.
Go, middle left side, let's go.
7th shot for Pierre. Sent long ahead by Hunter to the center stripe. Just under a minute left in the half. Pass is too far ahead by Roosevelt. Hutchinson back to
Hey, right away. Right away.
take it into touch. It'll give Roosevelt the throw, but prevented an attack. We're down to the last 40 seconds of this first half. Roosevelt would love to get one on the board here and take at least a little something good into the second half. Not much has been good for them so far. Battle for it near the corner. Swanson, that is Wilkinson with a cross, but nowhere near. And Swanson's able to take it for the goal kick, as there are 18 seconds, 17 and 16 in a first half where Pierre has had their way. They have the 3-goal lead. Pierre won't use a lot of energy here, except it's intercepted by Roosevelt, but sent wide, and the first half time runs out. Absolutely controlled by the Pierre Governors. 2 goals for Graceland Taylor. She scored in the 9th minute on one that actually hit the right post, but the keeper Hunter couldn't handle it. Well, Taylor then just rifled one in with a right footer in the 21st minute, and then Curry on a rebound in the 22nd minute with her second of the season. Made it 3-0 Pierre, and that's where it stands on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the half of the PILC Soccer Complex. A good start for the Governors in girls action today. The Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial Halftime Report comes your way next on the Gales Gas scoreboard at the half of the PILC Soccer Complex in girls soccer. Pierre 3, Roosevelt 0. Back in 3 minutes on the official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7.
View RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Have all of your painting supplies at the Governors, leading the Roosevelt Rough Riders 3-0. This is our Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial Halftime Report. I'm David Burrell. Thank you for being with us. Well, besides the advantage in goals, the other numbers that Pierre would want in their favor offensively, they've had. The shots on goal are Pierre 7, Roosevelt 2. They've had 3 corners, Roosevelt with only 1. Emlyn Swanson in the Pierre net has just had to make 1 save. Meanwhile, Sadie Hunter in the Roosevelt goal has had 3 saves. 3 corners for Pierre, 1 for Roosevelt. Each team has been offside once. But the goals, again, came in this order. Graceland Taylor with the first 2. The first came in the 9th minute on the left side of the box, and a shot that looked like it would go wide. In fact, went off the right post, but Hunter couldn't handle it, and it rolled over the goal line. Taylor again on the left side of the box 12 minutes later with a right foot rifle, just slammed it into the right corner. It was 2-0, and then just over a minute later, a shot by Ryan Berry coming off her 7-goal game on Friday. Hunter made the stop, but then Ree Curry was able to put in the rebound just to the left of the right post for her second of the season. And in the 22nd minute, Pierre had the 3-0 lead that they hold at the half. And again, Emlyn Swanson, the youngster in net, really only tested one time on a play that went across the goal mouth, but Brianna Sargent was there to bail her out. Roosevelt finally was able to put a little bit of an attack together in the last 8 to 10 minutes of the half, but before that had barely any, as Pierre has kept the pressure on as they did all through the day in that win over Douglas Rapid City Christian New Underwood on Friday. That was 11-0. Pierre is up 3-0 at the half in this one at the PILC Soccer Complex. We'll have boys action still ahead for you here on River 92.7 today. And then volleyball next Tuesday night as the Governors will open their season in Watertown. Brian Oakland will be at the Civic Arena 6:30 next Tuesday night here on River 92.7. A week from Friday, that's the 25th of August, it is the opening of the season for Governor football in Aberdeen at Swisher Field against Aberdeen Central's Golden Eagles. Pierre #1 in the coaches and the media polls in 11AA as they go for an unprecedented 7th straight state championship. 6:25 for the Governors at Aberdeen Central a week from Friday, August 25th. A reminder again that there will be a Governor football scrimmage this coming Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at Hollister Field at Phil Troutner Stadium. That's our Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial Halftime Report. Pierre on top after the first 40 in girls action in soccer over Sioux Falls Roosevelt 3-0 here at the PILC Soccer Complex. The second half is next. We'll have it for you in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7. Paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Pierre Governor girls trying for a 2-0 start in soccer, controlled the first half. 3-0 is their lead on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard over the Roosevelt Rough Riders. David Burrow back with you at the PILC Soccer Complex. Studio coordinator is John Neff, and we are very happy to have you with us. We've mentioned what's ahead next week. Plenty of football on this coming Friday night because 11B and 9-man can begin their seasons. And that will include the Stanley County Buffaloes on 1060 103.1 KGFX on Friday night, as they will be in Oneida to take on the Sully Buttes Chargers. Don't forget Minnesota Twins baseball this evening on KGFX. 6 o'clock is the airtime from Target Field as the Twins go for a third straight win. Boy, that series in Philadelphia ended well for the Twins. After they were run over in the first game, they came up with pitching performances, great ones in the last two, including from Sonny Gray on Sunday. Now it's the Detroit Tigers, who remember took the last three of that 4-game series last week. Miguel Cabrera's last game at Target Field tonight. 6 o'clock on KGFX this evening. Remember, you can watch this action brought to you by Bauman Lumber, the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Our Family Dental with Pierre and Gettysburg postgame show will include our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game, our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game also. So stay tuned for that, please. We're ready to go with the second half. Sioux Falls Roosevelt will now attack from left to right, and they kick it off to start the second half. Olivia Pankratz, the senior, up ahead for Peyton Pearson. Roosevelt in white uniforms with maroon numerals. This is a ball for Pearson. Into the box, puts it in! Past the outstretched Lemlin Swanson, and there's the first goal of the season for Roosevelt. They had a goalless draw in their opening match at Jefferson last Friday, but Peyton Pearson has scored just 20 seconds into the second half to cut Pierre's lead to 3-1. And if Pierre thought, well, we can just rest on a 3-goal lead, there was proof that they can't. There are plenty of experienced players on this Roosevelt team. Now a long ball sent too far by Pierre, and Sadie Hunter will start with a goal kick for Roosevelt. And there was a little bit of life on that bench just to our right after enduring a pretty tough first 40 minutes. But they control again, at least for a moment, to start the second half until Flottmeyer took it in. Flottmeyer's at the top of the box. Sent it for Barry with a left footer, and it's Hunter making the stop. Sent back out at the top of the box for Graceland Taylor, who's already scored twice. Her pass off a Roosevelt player. So Pierre has a shot on goal number 8 in the fourth save for Taylor. Sent out of play by Pierre on the left side for a Roosevelt throw-in in their defensive end. And able to make it in the way of it, though, is Hutchinson for Pierre. For Lexi Hilmer. She, however, is impeded. A good play by Olivia Pankratz. Send it up ahead. Battle for that is won by Grace Engbrecht. Now Roosevelt boots it ahead across the center line, but into touch. And Pierre will throw it in. And Grace Engbrecht, most polite as you heard, just in front of us, will have the throw in. No, she won't, as it'll be Caitlin Taylor to do it instead, as the substitution is made, and Engbrecht comes to the bench. Loose ball sent way ahead by Wilkinson for Roosevelt. Trying to make a run down the middle is Schaefer, but cutting her off is Allison Hutchinson in the box and sent it into touch. Ooh, almost another great chance by Roosevelt. And the Rough Riders have had a spirited first 2.5 minutes into this second half. They're still down, but now it's 3-1 to Pierre. Long throw in, right wing by Wilkinson. Off ahead, cleared out by the Governors Ireland Templeton. Barry trying to control in the center circle. Little bit of a bump in there to take it with a run. Is Taylor into the box on the right side. Graceland with a hat trick try, but it's punched out by Hunter. Hunter has to make her fifth save. Graceland Taylor's had a couple of chances for a third goal of this match. Sent into the box again, but it's cleared right back on the right side. Send it again, going for Barry, but deflected off a Roosevelt player and across the goal line. And this will mean the fourth corner of this day for the Governors. And Ryan Barry from the left corner at the end to our left will take it. Pierre in green and white, Roosevelt in white and maroon. We'll have boys action following this on River 92.7. We're glad you're with us. Outswing, spin to the top of the box. Graceland Taylor there again, but a lot of spin on that ball, went high up in the air. Battle for it, taken in by Templeton outside the D. To Barry on the left flank. Crosses it, just over the goal. Well, Barry able to put pretty good spin on that one, but it went right over the right corner of the right post. No one touched it. Roosevelt goal kick. 45th minute now at the PILC Soccer Complex. Hilmer is able to take it away. Centered it in front off of a Rough Rider, but right back safely to the keeper, Sadie Hunter. As Pierre keeps the pressure going.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7. KGFX FM, Pierre. Put the phone down. Focus on driving.
Loose ball by Barry, taken to Templeton, marked off the play, but there's Jost to pick it up and back to Ireland. Templeton again. Left corner near the box, trying to force her outside. Good play by Quall, and Sidney is able to tap it away and prevent Templeton from centering it. Now Caitlin Taylor will have the throw in. It's to Natalie Flottmeyer. Makes a run toward the left corner of the box, and a diving stop by Hunter on a shot that looked like it was going to go wide, but Hunter had to make sure and got a hand on it. So it'll be another Pierre corner. This will be number 5. Again, at the end to our left, it is in the left corner. And again, as she's taken the first 4, Ryan Berry will take this one. It is a bit of an in-swing, but a Roosevelt player is able to knock it down. Played back to Taylor, however, or Berry tries another cross, but all the way over near the other corner, and Pierre can't save it. It is across the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for Roosevelt from deep in their end. In the 46th minute, just about 6 minutes gone in this second half, went off at Governor and then right back to Hunter, who's had to handle it probably a lot more than she's wanted to so far today. 3-1 Pierre, 6 minutes gone, second half. Spinning kick to the center circle. Cole was able to control briefly for Roosevelt. Pierre sent it into touch right at the center line. Left wing right in front of us. Quick restart, Olivia Pankratz with a long throw in. Leading it for Peyton Pearson, the goal scorer. Tapped out a play by Pierce, Caitlin Taylor. And Pankratz on the right side will throw it in again. 2 big strides. Controlled now by Cameron Wilkinson. Cameron dealing with Flottmeyer, sent it wide for about 26 yards. But Roosevelt has looked much, much better so far in this second half. Lexi Hilmer out. Josephine Wirtz back into the Pierre lineup. Governors trying for a 2-0 start. Again, they play next Tuesday at Aberdeen, a week from Thursday at Sturgis, back home, and our next broadcast 2 weeks from today against Watertown, Tuesday, August 29th. Big Daddy Dave Williams will be here for that 3:30 that day here on River 92.7. Roosevelt near the corner. They try to center. Swanson got tangled up there with Tate Schaefer, who's able to control, but Swanson's able to regain her footing, come back on her line, and scoop it up. Dangerous play there for Swanson as she collided with Schaefer and was down for a moment. Left wing pass to her fellow 8th grader Wirtz. Now to Ryan Berry, the senior. Led it too far, and it's only Riley Moss back for Roosevelt and played it back to Hunter. Sadie's long boot ahead to the center circle. Madison Smalley controlling for a moment. Now it's Schaefer, who had the chance just a moment ago. Left it for Brooklyn Cole and went off the back of her teammate Pearson, but came right back to Cole. Trying to bother her is Caitlin Taylor. Roosevelt with Pankratz, able to send it toward the top of the box. Oh, went over the head of Templeton, and at the top of the box where she can still handle it, Emlyn Swanson does. Came way off her line. Sent it past Barry. Pankratz is able to take it back to the keeper, Hunter, who sends it down the right flank. Just over 8 minutes gone in the half. We're in minute 49 here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Off Roosevelt and into touch. And the 8th grader, Caitlin Taylor, will throw in just off to our left, about 7 feet into the offensive end. Pierre is attacking at the end to our left in this second half. The throw came to Wirtz right on the line, but it's sent back to Caitlin Taylor ahead, but Roosevelt, Sidney Quall is there to take it back for the Rough Riders. Mishit by Moss, taken by Graceland Taylor, and bad angle sent it over the net, over the fence, and off a pickup truck. But a new ball is given quickly to Sadie Hunter, who will have another goal kick for Roosevelt. In the 50th minute, still a half hour to go, still plenty can happen. Pierre with a 3-1 lead over Roosevelt here at the PILC Soccer Complex. It's girls soccer. Boys still ahead of us here on River 92.7 and See It, brought to you by Bauman Lumber at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Roosevelt retreating in their own end, playing it to Hunter again. Started up ahead, but it's too far for Smalley and sent back ahead by Pierre. Moss trying to handle, but Hunter out to control it once again. Sadie Hunter with her teammates wearing the white jerseys. Hunter, the keeper's wearing the purple jersey. Controlled, good play by Cole. The lead pass trying to make a run down the right side is Pearson, who scored early in this half, only 20 seconds in. Now it's tapped out by the Governors, Allison Hutchinson. Pankratz, about even with the box, will throw in from the right side. For Pearson, centered again by Pankratz. Outside the left edge of the box. Loose ball, Pierre. Well, Jost couldn't take it. It is instead shot just wide by Pearson. So Pierre will have the goal kick. Grace Enbrecht will come back in for Natalie Flottmeyer. 51st minute at the PILC Soccer Complex. It's 3-1 Pierre, 2 from Graceland Taylor, 1 from Reed Curry in the first half. And Peyton Pearson scored for Roosevelt early in this second half. Into touch in the left flank off of Pierre. Roosevelt in the offensive end. Throw in about 35 yards outside the goal by Wilkinson, but two-hop shot is easily handled by the Pierre keeper, Emlyn Swanson, who's had to make just one save so far today. Pierre has a shot advantage of 11-3 as Catherine Hostler comes back in for Graceland Taylor for the Governors. Swanson waits for the go-ahead to take her goal kick and sends it deep on the left wing in her own end to Hutchinson. Played back for her off the short kick. Roosevelt got a foot on it. Caitlin Taylor's back to control it. Engbrecht, the Governor's still in a little trouble here, but not able to control this Pearson, and it goes into touch, and now Pierre can throw in and advance. They're still pretty deep in their own end for Engbrecht, but Pankratz was able to ward her off, and it was forced to deflect off Engbrecht for a Roosevelt throw-in. Hutchinson trying to take that battle, still sent near the right side of the post, taken by Swanson. Was that out of play? If it was ruled it was, that'd be a corner. That's what Roosevelt wants, and that's what it will be. I believe they're going to. The referee, Blair Schooler, is going to talk to his linesman, Joey Konowzinski, to make sure of this. And it's going to be a goal kick, as they will say that Swanson did handle it in play. So it's not a corner, it's a Pierre goal kick. 53rd minute. Pierre 3, Roosevelt 1 in girls action at the PILC Soccer Complex on the East Field. Boys JV in the West Field behind us will turn around and bring you that action later on here on River 92.7. Here sends it ahead down the right flank. Moss is back there for Roosevelt. Reed Curry's there for Pierre. And she'll win the throw-in as it went off the Rough Rider. Now it comes back to Moss. Played it up ahead. Jost trying to bring it in for Pierre. Jasmine made a good play there. Sent it back for Reed Curry. Went for Ryan Berry, but too far for her. Well marked again, as she has been the whole game. All nearly left for Engbrecht in the left side of the box. But then Olivia Pankratz is able to just push it out of play. It'll lead to a Pierre throw-in. Trying to regain their 3-goal lead that they had for the last 18 minutes of the first half. It's 3-1 now. Berry pushed over by Sydney Quall, who then fell over herself. But it is a Roosevelt foul and a Ryan Berry free kick. Pierre will have a set piece in the 54th minute. Actually, it'll be Ireland Templeton to start it. Just outside the corner of the box on the left side. with Madison Smalley and Brooklyn Cole trying to figure what Templeton will do. What Templeton does is send it right toward the net. It in! Ireland Templeton put it in off the free kick, the direct free kick from just outside the box. And in the 55th minute, Pierre does have that 3-goal lead back. It's 4-1. So that little bit of a push. And it's Ireland Templeton with her first of the season. And it is 4-1 Governors. And Roosevelt will restart. Now they're back in that 3-goal hole again. Pass ahead, Pierre knocked down. Jost at the center line, sent it ahead, sent it near the corner, and it'll go across the touch line, not the goal line. So it'll be a throw in deep in their defensive end for Roosevelt. But Ireland Templeton gives Pierre the 3-goal lead back on their 12th shot on goal today. They've outshot Roosevelt 12-3. Throw in. Battle for it between Cole and Wirtz. Deflected again, out of play by Pierre. Gracelyn Taylor and Natalie Flatmeyer want to come back in, but Pierre has to have possession before they can. And now, Roosevelt has another throw in. Intercepted, however, by Caitlin Taylor. Engbrecht battled by Pearson. Now this one's going to go to Pierre, and the substitution can be made with Gracelyn Taylor and Natalie Flatmeyer come back in. Jasmine Jost and Josephine Wirtz come out. Right in front of us, Caitlin Taylor with the throw-in. 56th minute of 80. 4-1 Pierre over Roosevelt, trying to start 2-0. Wilkinson outbattles Engbrecht for it, but then it came from Flatmeyer to Ryan Barry. Just outside the D. Barry trying to control. Sent it on the right side for Jersey Understock for the Governors. Now it is sent by Pierre over the goal line. Couldn't get an angle on a cross. And Roosevelt will have a goal kick. 57th minute now. Pierre up 4-1. Gracelyn Taylor with 2. Reed Curry with 1. Just a moment ago, Ireland Templeton with her first of the year. Peyton Pearson has the goal for Roosevelt. Rough Riders have played better in the second half, but find themselves 3 goals down again. Steffen trying to keep it away, but instead put it into touch. Pierre will make another substitution. Catherine Hustler. You can remember, only substitute when you have possession of the ball. Ryan Barry will get a little bit of a break. We're in the nearing the end of the 57th minute, so still time, but a 4-goal lead might be a tough one to overcome. Roosevelt trying to control, came to Engbrecht in the middle of the box, fires off of Rough Rider, but Engbrecht is able to run it down on the left side. Engbrecht scored in Box Elder on Friday. Grace sent left corner of the D for Hostler. Crossed it, came on the right side for Understock. Jersey marked there by Jenna Steffen. Steffen just pushed her down. They didn't call the foul, though, and Steffen is able to take it away. It went right off of Gracelyn Taylor and back into touch. 58th minute. Going for Lily Tadlock. The battling there is Understock and able to send it ahead. Now they do call a foul on Roosevelt. Or went out of touch to Pierre. They did not call a foul. It went off a Pierre player and out of play, so it was a Roosevelt throw in. But the Governors trying for a cross. Too far for Curry. Engbrecht trying to handle it at the top of the D, trying to not handle it, but play it with her feet. This is soccer after all. Roosevelt with the counterattack down the left flank. Pearson, the goal scorer. And it's for Schaefer, but she sent it on the left side. And the Governors in their own end will have a throw-in in the 59th minute. It is sent back for Ireland Templeton. Wonder if we'll have another hydration break. I would think so. We'll see in just a bit. Riley Moss will send it back for the keeper, Hunter. We're close to the time where at a stoppage there would be a hydration break. There was at about the midway point of the first half. They play for the moment on, though. Taylor trying for Engbrecht, but it's just about too far for Grace. Oh, she's able to run it down before it crossed the goal line. Good hustle. For Hostler, trying to center. Middle of the box. Curry turns around, but right there is Sadie Hunter to make another save. She's had to make 6 saves today on 13 Pierre shots. We're in the 60th minute. The Governors only had to play a little over 60 minutes on Friday because they won 11-0 at Douglas Rapid City Underwood. Rapid City Christian New Underwood. They're almost certainly will have to play the full 80 today, but they're up again. It's 4-1. Went off Roosevelt for a Pierre throw-in in their defensive end. Deflected, and it's taken by Cameron Wilkinson. Ahead now for Madison Smalley toward the net, but, well, it bounced for a moment off Emlyn Swanson, but then she's able to take it in. And they will stop play here for a moment. But they're not going to take a hydration break here. I'm not entirely sure why they have stopped play, but they did. Swanson waits for the signal for a goal kick. Near the end of the 60th minute. Now referee Blair Schooler has the ball back, now hands it back to Swanson, and now we start again. And Swanson boots it, going for Curry down the right side. It's in Pierre's offensive end now. Curry trying to catch up but can't. Roosevelt is back there but sends it right back into touch, and now they will stop things for a hydration break. We're just into the 61st minute of the PILC soccer complex. Pierre, they hope, just under 20 minutes away from starting 2-0. A Coca-Cola timeout with Pierre leading Roosevelt on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard by a score of 4-1. More for you in 2 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Calling all high school seniors.
the Watertown Arrows 2 weeks from today. Again, starting at around 3:30. Still plenty of action left and still boys action left. And after another hydration break, with the 61st minute just 9 seconds into it, Pierre has continued to control this match. Roosevelt has played better in the second half, but Pierre with a 4-1 lead. Graceland Taylor has 2. Reed Curry and Ireland Templeton with 1 each. Peyton Pearson scored only 20 seconds into the second half for Roosevelt to cut the Pierre lead to 2, but the Governors had that 3-goal lead back thanks to Templeton's free kick about 5.5 minutes of playing time ago. Next week, the Governor girls and boys play on the road twice at Aberdeen at the Gene Brownell Complex a week from today, at Sturgis a week from Thursday, before those home matches with Watertown 2 weeks from today. Remember, our Family Dental with Pierre and Gettysburg postgame show will include our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game, our Hermanson Endodontics big play of this match. Sent ahead from Taylor. It's for Ryan Berry. She's into the box. Left foot strike off of Taylor's hand and over the top of the net. Good save there by
Sadie Joe, you're good.
Sadie Hunter, who's she's done her job today. Or this would be really out of hand for Roosevelt. She's made 7 saves. Great chance there for Barry. It'll end in, at least for the moment, with the 6th corner of this game for the Governors and their 3rd from the second half. Barry, that is, Ryan will have the in-swing from the left corner. Off a foot and in. Off of Graceland Taylor, a hat trick. 1, 2, 3 for Graceland Taylor. Just booted it in off Barry's perfect cross. And right at the end of minute 61, the Governors' lead is now at 5-1. A precision cross by Barry off that corner. Pierre does score off a set piece, as Aubrey Gallipo comes back in for Roosevelt. And the Governors have just looked sharp today. Still 19 minutes, still soccer remaining here. Oh boy, Kira Swenson just has to be very, very pleased with this team continuing to attack as they did on Friday. Down the right flank, pass it too far for Wright. Brooklyn Cole's able to take it, and then Ora pushed her down. And Pierre will come back with a free kick. And Roosevelt has, again, had a flurry there, including the Pearson goal, 20 seconds gone in the second half. And now they're going to give a yellow card here to the bench, as maybe you could overhear it a moment ago. Both head coach Corey Bondy and assistant coach Peyton Pry, who's had a lot to say today, were wondering why a foul was called there. Well, Ora Hunter did push her down. Let's take a quick Coca-Cola timeout of 30. We're in the 62nd minute. Pierre 5, Roosevelt 1. Back in 30 seconds on River 92.7. Ireland Templeton's free kick a little errant. Roosevelt able to play it again. Kaylee Brozick was open, though. Couldn't quite hit it, though. 5-1 Pierre. We're in the 63rd minute of the PILC Soccer Complex. Bauman Lumber makes it possible for you to view this game. Do so at the River 92.7 page at the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Right in goal as it was sent in front by Quayle. Booted out by Swanson. Roosevelt still trying to deal with it in the left corner. Stop saying handle it, David. This is soccer. Pancrantz near the left corner. They're desperate, these Rough Riders, down 4 at 5-1. Pierre now has 16 goals in their first 2 matches of this season. They have a hat trick today from Graceland Taylor. The third coming a short time ago off the Ryan Berry corner. That set piece just couldn't have been done any better by the Governors. Foul is called on Pierre here, left side, near the box, sent in front from the free kick, over to Rough Riders, near the front of the goal, cleared out by Allison Hutchinson to the right wing. Madison Butcher can play it, however, for Roosevelt. Trying to put another one at least on the board here. Now it's sent into touch by Graceland Taylor. 64th minute. Roosevelt just trying to make it look a little better anyway. Again, they're playing the second half's been better, but Pierre's just been sharp the whole way. Oh, good play by Josephine Wirtz to take it away. And it's for Barry at the center. But Josephine made a really nice play there. Going ahead, looking for someone to run on the flank. Who do you think? It's Taylor, but now it's knocked away by Pankratz. Taylor wants another. And the Governors showing again, as they did on Friday out in Box Elder, doesn't matter what the score is, they want to keep pressing. Barry. Outside the box on the left side. Sent it, but cleared out by Pankratz. But there to take it is Brianna Sargent, but she had pushed off to gain position. Brianna's called for the foul, and in their own end, Roosevelt has a free kick. We're in minute 65 now, just over 15 minutes to play. Stay right here. We'll have the boys' action following this for you here on River 92.7. Home action of Governors Soccer, yours this year on the official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7. Again, it is the opening of volleyball season next Tuesday night. Brian will be in Watertown when the Governors meet the Arrows at 6:30 at the Civic Arena. Roosevelt on the left side, not able to handle the pass. Near that left wing, and putting it out of play is the goal scorer, Pearson. Be interesting to watch this fairly young Pierre boys team coming up. Only one senior on this team. Their keeper, Faber. First, the girls continue to play here, but they're offside as Barry. And a good job there by Roosevelt as they had the trap on the offside there as Quayle laid back as the pass was taken by Ryan Berry. Good job there for the second offside today on the Governors. Sent ahead quickly on the restart, but cleared out by Ireland Templeton for Pierre. Back to center, deflected. Now let's see, Hilmer tries to play for the Governors, but sent into touch, and Roosevelt will have a throw-in. Still 14 minutes for them, but they have 4 goals to make up, down to Pierre 5-1. Moss in the center circle. Pierre takes the loose ball. Jasmine Jost is the one who does. And send it back to a few more seconds to Ireland Templeton. Now for Graceland Taylor, and the top of the center circle, sent ahead by Sydney Quall to Peyton Pearson. Now in the way of Smalley is Ireland Templeton. And sent it for Hilmer and to Graceland Taylor. And Pierre can lay back a little bit now with a 4-goal lead. They don't have to attack so hard.
Come on, Gallipo, come on, Gallipo, keep going.
But Josephine Wirtz will try to do so. Gallipo made a good play to get in front of her. Aubrey Gallipo for Roosevelt. Outside Lexi Hilmer. Impeded a little, moved away from that, tried to cross it, went off a Rough Rider. And Roosevelt sends it back ahead for Smalley, but Jost is able to stop her, and then Smalley's called for the foul, which is you just heard Corey Bondi, the Roosevelt head coach, did not agree with that assessment. However, Pierre will have the free kick. Lee Flotmeyer, jersey understock, pair to come back in. So does Reed Curry.
Let's go,
They will not do so here. Instead, the free kick will be sent near the front and just wide. Taylor was close, going for number 4, but couldn't quite reach it. So those 3 we mentioned came back in for Pierre. Jenna Steffen is back in for Roosevelt, as we have made it to the 69th minute now at the PILC Soccer Complex. David Burrow with you. Ryan Neffer is our studio coordinator. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it is Pierre 5 and Roosevelt 1-3 for Graceland Taylor. For the Governors, 1 for Reed Curry, 1 for Ireland Templeton. Peyton Pearson, the goal scorer for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Hunter with a goal kick.
Come on, Aura. Come on, Aura. Come on, Aura.
And we're right. Good play. Holding off Taylor. And then booted it off of Taylor to give Roosevelt a throw in near the center stripe. Butcher up ahead, but intercepted by Taylor and deflected to Natalie Flopmeyer. Now for Ryan Barry. Ryan sent it ahead. Oh, here's Taylor again in the box. Puts the right foot on it, scores her 4th. Graceland Taylor has number 4. In the 69th minute, took another great feed. And the Pierre lead is now at 6-1 over Roosevelt. And the junior Graceland Taylor, and had a lot of room to work with there, was not as well marked as she had been. Grace Engbrecht will come in. Caitlin Taylor comes out. Kiera DeMarius, Ella Rydell are back into the Roosevelt lineup. Caroline Hickman, the senior, also is in. A 5-goal Pierre lead. They have had a wonderful day here at the PILC Soccer Complex. As barring something miraculous by Roosevelt, the Governors are going to start 2-0 before they play at Aberdeen Central next Tuesday. Boys action still ahead of us today, so stay right here on River 92.7. Steffen with a short throw-in on the left flank. DeMarius, who just came back in, tries to control. Sent ahead for Taylor again. And foul is committed by Pierre, and Roosevelt will restart with a free kick. 70th minute now, just over 10 minutes to play. And Jenna Steffen will restart it with this free kick about 65 feet from the net, left wing. Going for Swanson, who in a crowd is able to handle it with no problem. There were 3 Rough Riders right around Emlyn, but she took it in with no problem. And now sent it ahead for Ryan Barry, but a little too far. Headed by Quall. Tap back ahead, Taylor. Quall able to knock it down, send it for Steffen and back up ahead. But into touch, Pierre will have a throw in the 71st minute with Brianna Sargent. That long throw in and a couple of hops came to Ryan Barry. But an errant boot sent it into touch for a Roosevelt throw in and gives the Rough Riders a chance to bring in a sophomore, Cecilia Brodkorb, Brodkorb, replacing Lily Tadlock. Now into the 72nd minute, just under 9 minutes to play. Pierre has been in control through the day on 4 by Graceland Taylor, a 6-1 lead. After the throw, came back to center. Pierre controls it with Allison Hutchinson over to Grace Engbrecht. Trying to stay away from good marking here by Aura Wright and send it back to the keeper, Swanson, but at the edge of the box, she won't handle it. She boots it. and sends it into touch. But pressure not really on the Governors now with this big lead. What a game they have played again. Sargent, good circle move to keep away from a defender. Jost, well, that actually hit the referee. And that will stop play for just a moment as it went off Blair Schooler, the official. Not his fault. He was just accidentally in the way. Jost and Demarius both go down, but no foul called either way. Sent to Swanson, who at the edge of the box boots it out again. Left it for Curry on the right flank. There is Hakeman to try to take it away. But Hutchinson comes in to help out Curry and then send it into touch just over 7 minutes to play. With Pierre up 6-1. Near the touchline, 2 Governors on 1 Rough Rider. Engbrecht and Curry are over there. It is sent in front on a cross by Wright, but Swanson is able to easily handle it for the Governors. And comes near the D and boots it ahead. Taken in by Cameron Wilkinson for Roosevelt for Broadcourt. Our Family Dental at Pierre and Gettysburg postgame coming up. Our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game will be named, and also our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game. So stay tuned for all that, please, in our Family Dental at Pierre and Gettysburg postgame before we set you up for the Governor boys taking on Roosevelt. They're set to go on the field behind us, the west field at the top of the hour. Throw in by Pierre. Off a couple of feet. Last one was Roosevelt. So Pierre will have the throw in as we're about to get to the 75th minute. 6 minutes right now remaining at the PILC Soccer Complex with Pierre in control in this girls' action. 6-1 they lead Roosevelt, who will sub 4 for 4 the next opportunity they have. Can't do it just yet as Pierre has the throw in. For Barry, but down the right flank. Stiffen is back to take it away. Now these subs will come in, and they are for Roosevelt. Tressa Broadcorp, a sophomore. Maisie Taidlock, another sophomore. Abby Kills 100, a sophomore, and another sophomore, Grayson Wohan. And Josephine Wirtz has come back into the Pierre lineup too. Roosevelt's next action, incidentally, it's 10 days away, a week from Friday at home against Rapid City Stevens. They will be 0-1-1 going into that, the girls will. We're now in the 76th minute, just under 5 minutes to play. Pierre up by 5.
Look up, Orr, look up, go!
Interception. And good play there by Orr Wright.
In the air, girls, in the air.
But the lead is too far, and Swanson's able to take it in the Governor goal for a goal kick. A lot of spin on it, however. And Gallipo's able to head it. And then was tugged a little bit by Natalie Flatmeyer, and that'll give Roosevelt a free kick. With just over 4 minutes to play. We're in minute 76 at the PILC Soccer Complex. Little bit of a breeze out of the south, not much. Any bit helps on this day that's in the upper 80s. Good thing it's not Friday. They're talking about 105 on Friday. Free kick taken by Kills 100 and came right to Swanson with no issue for her. Just the 4th shot on goal in this game by Roosevelt, just the 2nd save for Emlyn. Buried on the right flank for Pierre. Ryan has not scored yet today after scoring 7 on Friday. She's on the right side of the box, and Hunter had to punch it out. She's had about 4 very good chances today, that being the 4th. 15th shot for Pierre and the 8th save for Sadie Hunter. To Orr Wright up ahead for Roosevelt. The lead too far ahead, and Swanson is able to scoop it up. We're in the 77th minute. Now, Barry's had plenty of chances today, but It's been Taylor who's been the big scorer. Graceland Taylor, that is. Now Barry ahead. It is for Graceland Taylor. And she's able to take it, but this shot is right at Hunter. Shots on goal are 16-4 now for Pierre. We enter the 78th minute, just under 3 to go. Ireland Templeton, who has scored today, left it too far for Curry and into touch. Roosevelt will have a throw-in as the last 3 minutes of this match will be played out. Going for Aura Wright. Too far for her, and Allison Hutchinson is able to just tap it away out of play. Cameron Wilkinson, the captain of this team for Roosevelt, will come in. Shaylee Speck back in, the freshman for Pierre. Lexi Hilmer, the 8th grader, and Kathleen Hostler, the sophomore. So everybody has had the chance to play for the Governors today. Roosevelt will have the throw-in after the subs are made. Comes ahead on the left wing for Hickman. Hickman tried to save it but could not. And Engbrecht will throw it in. Grace with a headband just to our right. For Speck. Shaylee. Taken away from her by Hickman. Good play. Now a little spin by Cecilia Brotkorb. But Wirtz in the way of that. Brianna Sargent takes it up for Pierce. 79th minute now, just under 2 minutes left at the PILC soccer complex. Hostler trying to catch up with him, the right flank, but Ella Rydell retreats to take it away from her and boot it out of play. Good play by Ella. Coming back defensively. Throw in to the right side of the box. It's for Hilmer, but couldn't control it. Now has it back centered in front. Hunter, well, went off her hip a little bit, but Sadie is able to fall on it. Just over a minute to play in this one. In a match that has belonged to Pierre from the start. Graceland Taylor scored her first only 9 minutes in, then scored 12 minutes later, and then a minute later Reed Curry made it 3-0, and basically the route was on. We're now at exactly a minute to play. Engbrecht just to our right will throw it in. So what a start for the Governors. 17 goals in their first 2 matches to this point. Shaylee Speck will try to start something else in the last 40 seconds. But Hickman booted it out. Maybe one more chance for Pierre as the clock nears 30 seconds to play. Engbrecht will have a throw in over to Shaylee Speck near the corner. But can't handle that. They'll just let that go over the goal line. It'll be one more goal kick for Roosevelt. Only 15 seconds to play, and Pierre officially in that time will be 2-0. Flottmeyer knocked it down for a moment. 5 seconds to play as it's sent out of play by Templeton. That'll be the game's last play, and put it in the record book, baby. The Pierre Governors are 2-0 in girls soccer after a dominant performance today. They've had 2 dominant performances, but they beat a team with plenty of experience today and a team that's given them problems in recent years. But it was Pierre who dished out the problems today, behind 4 from Graceland Taylor. Final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard: the Pierre Governors 6, the Roosevelt Rough Riders 1. Pierre is now 2-0. Roosevelt 0-1-1. Stay tuned. Our Family Dental with Pierre and Gettysburg post-game is next, including our Hermanson Endodontics big play in our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Back with that in 2 minutes from the PILC Soccer Complex on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7. A quick family that will appear in Gettysburg postgame to wrap up a 6-1 Pierre win over Roosevelt in the first half of our soccer doubleheader as the Governor girls were all over it today as Graceland Taylor scored in the 9th and the 21st minute. Reed Curry in the 22nd minute made it 3-0. Peyton Pearson got one back for Roosevelt 20 seconds into the second half, and Ireland Templeton in the 55-minute.
Let's put 15 on this
and
clock.
Taylor with two more in the 61st and 69th minute. Shots on goal, Pierre at 16, Roosevelt 4. 2 saves, that's all that were needed for Pierre keeper Emlyn Swanson. 9 saves for Roosevelt keeper Sadie Hunter. There were 6 corners for Pierre, 1 for Roosevelt. Pierre was offside twice, Roosevelt once. There was 1 yellow card against the Roosevelt bench. All right, let's name our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game. A very important goal as it turned out. We'll tell you about it when we return in 30 seconds to the PILC Soccer Complex after this from Hermanson Endodontics on River 92.7. Well, let's say the big play came on that goal by Reed Curry. It was off a rebound of a Ryan Berry shot, and it was just over a minute after Graceland Taylor had scored its second. It came off the hydration break, and then Pierre picked up where they had left off before that. Taylor with a drive. Hunter was able to handle it, but the rebound came right out to Curry from only about 9 feet out. That made it 3-0, and this one basically was decided at that point. Reed Curry's goals are Hermanson Endodontics' big play of the game. You can probably guess it already, but we'll make it official and name our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game in 30 seconds. It's Cowboy Country Stores to tell you about this first here on River 92.7. Well, we owe Graceland Taylor a T-shirt for her work today. It was Barry who had the big day last Friday in Box Elder, but Graceland Taylor today with the 4, the 9th, 21st, 61st, and 69th minutes. And it were different types.
Driven by the office.
There were different types of goals that she scored. The first one came off the post. Second one blasted in with the right foot. Third off a corner kick and just was in front waiting for the chance on the last one. Graceland Taylor, our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. That wraps up a girls 6-1 win for the Pierre Governors over the Roosevelt Rough Riders, but please do not go anywhere because we will have to turn ourselves around so we can bring you boys action as the Governors, they'll look for a 2-0 start too against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Back with you at the PILC Soccer Complex for boys action in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7.